Going in the field, a lot of our team members face regular questions. Questions which are asked almost by all our customers. And repeatedly we answer those questions with certain fixed points. We are starting this series of video to answer those queries more clearly and in a better and consistent way. Hi, this is Prateek. With me today I have one of my team members, Ritesh. We are going to discuss some of the questions in this whole series and try to clarify to everybody. Hi Ritesh. Ritesh, what is the question that you get the most from our customers?
Yes, the regular questions which we face with our customers is that although almost all the features of the GPS devices are same, then why the prices of our devices are higher than the market?
The package that we offer to our customers consists of three things. The first one is the hardware, the device that we install. The second is the software that we provide to our customers. And the third is the service. These are mainly the three things that we charge them for. Now, the cost of the whole package depends on these three. Let's tackle them one by one. Okay. The first thing is the hardware. Now, understand one thing, that anything which uses low quality component should be cheaper. Build quality of a device matters a lot when it comes to their life. So a cheaper device, let's say, which costs to manufacture, let's say 500 or 600 rupees, would have a lifetime of maximum 1.5 years. If it works for more than that, you're lucky. Now comparatively, a device which costs, let's say, 600 or 700, there shouldn't be much of a difference. But if you use a really good quality component, if the good build quality of the device is really good, the life increases from 1 year, it goes up to 5 years, 6 years later. This is just one part of the cost. However, this plays the major role. So any subsequent cost of this comes, any add-on by the government, whether you say the import charges, the government taxes, GST, or anything is added upon the manufacturing cost. So higher the manufacturing cost, higher is your tax, higher is your import duty, everything becomes higher for you. That's the cost of building a good quality product. Also, apart from this, there is also something called the government approvals required for installing electronic devices in automobiles. Now why I say this is because there are certain approvals required by all electronic devices. This is not a
for automobiles.
For automobiles. Basically, any electronic device that you install in any kind of automobile requires approval from ARAI or ICAT. These are government bodies. They do testing of your device. They ensure that your device is up to a minimum standard. Government set standard.
Yes.
They have a lot of features that they test. Basically, they ensure the quality of the product. Okay, and trust me, these tests are really good. They actually ensure that you are already, it's actually your device is of the quality that you are claiming it to be.
It means if the persons who are using ICAT and ARAI certified devices, their vehicle is safe.
Yeah. What happens is, if it is not, your warranty might fail, your insurance might fail, a lot of other things. This is from the regulatory side.
This will harm a lot.
Obviously, that will harm a lot. And even if it doesn't happen, one thing is for sure, if you do not have approved devices, you are risking your vehicle's health. We'll discuss this later. Basically, these are the components of the cost. Okay, for the hardware cost. Now, quality increases the accuracy of the device, quality increases the reliability of the data. Now, only the hardware data and accuracy is not important. It comes down to the software part. Now, the cost of the software, as you said, when all the features are same, so although they sound the same, what I'm trying to say is, if you say GPS tracking, live tracking. Now, live tracking can be shown in a various way. You want to upgrade You want to see the next location, you go back or refresh the screen yourself. So updation is not automatic. You go to playback. Now playback videos they might show some kind of animation. Some people just show the lines that their vehicles have traveled on the road. So these two cost different. Different. So although everybody is saying we give tracking, live tracking, we give playback, but the feature is different. The name is the same.
But it depends on quality of live tracking and playback.
Yes.
What you are providing,
What we are
informations they
Yes, the user experience side of it. The second thing I'll talk about is in software would be the stability of the software. By stability I mean how consistently they perform, how much downtime they experience, whether it works when you require it to. In a year, how many days the servers are not working? Similar things. That is the stability of features. So today one feature works, next day it doesn't work. It's of no use.
Yes.
Correct? You might start using a feature.
Yes.
You know you're relying on that feature, and suddenly that feature is not working. It's of no use. Or features, although they say that somebody says that we have 100 plus features on our application, and if none of them are usable by you, what's the benefit of having those features?
No, of course.
Correct? The third one would be the accuracy. So although the device is sending you accurate data, and your software is not able to utilize that for reports, for analytics, or even for live tracking, what's the use of having a good hardware? Correct?
Yes.
Now, all this comes down to using good servers, good softwares, and having the right licenses. Now, Google Map is a paid service for commercial use. Some companies, some software companies, or some applications have found ways to bypass that. They use the normal Android maps available on your phone, which is available for free, and use that version for their tracking application. Now, I know some users would say, we don't care, but you should care. Anything which is hacked or which is bypassed has consequences to it. And for some reason, if the consequence happens on a day when you need the application and it is not working because of this license issue, what will happen?
Of course, it may cost a very harm to customer, and it may be just like a piracy of the cities.
Yeah,
It's just like that.
and just like piracy of software, hardware, anything. It has legal consequences as well. The company you are using the GPS tracking software of might be shut down by the government or might be shut down by the company whose license they have stolen. Google might file a case against them, saying that you are using stolen software.
In this case, customer will face a
It
lot
will
of
shut down. The software will be shut down.
It
The
will shut
software, the server will be shut down immediately.
immediately.
The company would not be available for support if they are available. Well, that is a question point.
Yes, yes.
I'll come to that later. Now, in bringing the cost of all this down, what some companies have started doing is they use advertisements in their tracking application.
Yeah.
If you might have come across some applications which do that. Now, any kind of application on Google or Apple Play Store which uses advertising means they are sharing your data with the advertising company.
It was they're using using the privacy of the customer.
Yes, they are compromising the
They are-
privacy of the customer.
They are selling the data.
So, yeah, obviously, advertising is based on your data available. Now, some people might say that when we use Google or Facebook, our data is already being shared. I agree to that. But why to compromise in one more place just because of that?
Yes, of course.
You never know. It might be that Google, being such a big corporation, has certain standards. They do take your data, but they do not sell it to just any company. But if you're using an application which is showing advertisements at the bottom, are you sure that they're using just that much data? They're selling just that much required data and nothing more?
Now, but there should be some difference between paid customer and free of customer.
Obviously, there will be.
There is some difference.
Obviously, this is a difference. Now, one of the most common advertisements I've seen in some applications, in GPS tracking applications of other company is, they show advertisements of gambling games.
Play a rummy and win this much of huge amount and all that.
Yes. Now, in the gaming industry, although this kind of gambling games are very popular, they are not considered to be good. There's a reason behind it. You can go online, you can search for it. It is not considered to be an ethical way of doing business. Okay, and for us, ethics is a strong point. Now, that brings me to the last point, the support side. So, just installing a good hardware, just having a consistent or stable software doesn't mean you get everything. These are technical things, there will always be some or the other problem. That comes down to the support that the company is giving you. Okay. Whether they are available on call when you need them, what kind of support they provide, are they willing to send people to you when you need them. That all is fine. Many companies do that. But is the company willing to support you more than that? Are they willing to work for their customers when they really need you? That becomes very important. For me, I pick up calls even at night.
Yes.
All our team members are supposed to answer customer queries 24/7. In fact, we have WhatsApp support available 24/7 on all our team members' number. You send a message to any of our team member, they should respond. Obviously, WhatsApp I'm saying because for every small query we cannot be awake 24/7. But we have that when we wake up, if we wake up from our sleep in the night, I do check my WhatsApp regularly. If I'm going to drink water or if I'm going to washroom, I just pick up my phone and check if there's a customer's message on WhatsApp or not. And for emergencies, 24/7 support is always there. People can call me directly, you know that.
Yes,
Do get calls.
many times.
It has happened recently. Only one of our transporters, his vehicle was hijacked from a petrol pump. The customer was freaking out what to do and what not to do. I was on call with the customer for 3-4 hours continuously, tracking the vehicle, helping him track the vehicle. Obviously, I don't need to do that.
Of course.
They have access to the application. They have the ID and password. The GPS is working fine. But I still was on the call because that's the right thing to do. I want to be there for my customer. I want them to know that this is not a matter of 100 rupees or 200 rupees service. I do it because we need to do it. And come on, L, if we are picking up calls at night, I think we deserve a premium charge for that, right?
Of course.
The next.
That means what our conversation has concluded that good or whatever the cost is, the GPS includes 3 things. First is hardware, which guarantees your vehicle is safe. Another one is software, which also makes customer free and having a good experience.
Yes.
And third one is the support, which is I think 100% needed in this field, either they are transporter or whatever. Like, okay, everything is okay, but now just tell me, if customer uses cheaper GPS in their devices, then what are the consequences they can face in the future?
Let's do this one thing, Pritesh. Let's keep this for the next session. Because this is a question which I think almost every customer has in their mind.
Yes, yes.
Why can't we use cheaper devices? And if people are using it, what are the bad effects of it?
Because the issue is that most of the company give them promise, yeah, we are for the support, but they fails. That I know.
Huh.
What are the consequences customer may face? This way.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Let's do it in the next question, in the next video, so that I can take enough time to answer this query.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, thank you. Thank you.